The Blackwood Library, a majestic structure, a beacon of knowledge. This grand edifice has stood the test of time, witnessing the ebb and flow of countless generations. Its walls, if they could speak, would tell tales of scholars and dreamers, of secrets and discoveries. The library is not just a building, it is a living entity, breathing with the memories of those who have walked its halls. It stood tall, its shadow stretching across the town square. As the sun sets, the library's silhouette becomes a guardian of the night, a silent sentinel watching over the town. The townsfolk often speak of the library with a mix of reverence and mystery, for it is said that the building holds more than just books within its ancient walls. Built in 1889, its Gothic architecture hinted at a time long gone. The pointed arches, the intricate stone carvings, and the gargoyles perched high above all, tell a story of an era steeped in artistry and craftsmanship. Each element of the design was meticulously crafted to inspire awe and wonder in all who beheld it. A time when gaslight illuminated these hallowed halls. The soft, flickering glow of the gas lamps created an atmosphere of quiet contemplation, where scholars would pore over ancient texts late into the night. The library was a sanctuary of knowledge, a place where the past and present converged in a dance of light and shadow. The scent of aging paper and leather-bound books permeated the air. Each book, a treasure trove of wisdom and stories waiting to be discovered by eager minds. The shelves, lined with volumes of history, science, literature, and art, stood as a testament to humanity's unending quest for knowledge. It was a place where history whispered from every corner. The very air seemed to hum with the echoes of the past, as if the library itself was alive with the spirits of those who had come before. Each creak of the wooden floor, each rustle of a turning page, was a reminder of the countless lives that had been touched by this venerable institution. But some whispers were more than just stories. There were tales of ghostly apparitions, of shadows that moved on their own, and of voices that seemed to come from nowhere. These were not just figments of imagination, but the lingering presence of souls who had unfinished business within these walls. Some were the echoes of unresolved pasts. The library, with its rich history, had seen its share of tragedy and loss. Some say that the spirits of those who met untimely ends still roam the halls seeking closure or perhaps a final resting place. The air is thick with their presence, a constant reminder of the thin veil between the living and the dead. Trapped within the library's walls, these spectral figures are a part of the library's legacy, a haunting reminder of the past that refuses to be forgotten. The Blackwood Library is more than just a repository of books. It is a keeper of secrets, a guardian of memories, and a place where the past and present coexist in a delicate balance. Old Man Hemmings had been the night guard for over 20 years. He was a fixture of the old library, a silent sentinel who had seen countless nights pass by. His presence was as much a part of the building as the ancient books and creaky wooden floors. He knew every creak and groan of the building. Each sound was a familiar note in the symphony of the night. The whispers of the past seemed to echo through the halls, but Hemmings was never one to be spooked by the ordinary noises of the old structure. One night his routine patrol took a chilling turn. It was a night like any other, or so it seemed. The library was cloaked in its usual darkness, the only light coming from Hemmings' flashlight as he made his rounds. As he made his rounds, he felt a cold spot near the history section. It was an unusual chill, one that seemed to pierce through his uniform and settle into his bones. Hemmings paused, shining his flashlight around, but saw nothing out of the ordinary. The air grew heavy, making it hard to breathe. It was as if the very atmosphere had thickened, pressing down on him with an invisible weight. Hemmings' heart began to race, a sense of unease creeping over him. A book flew off a shelf, landing at his feet. The sudden movement startled him, and he jumped back, his flashlight beam dancing wildly across the shelves. The book lay open on the floor, its pages fluttering as if caught in a breeze. He was alone, or so he thought. The silence of the library seemed to deepen, and Hemmings felt a prickling sensation on the back of his neck. He turned slowly. half expecting to see someone standing behind him. He later described a feeling of being watched. It was an unsettling sensation, as if unseen eyes were following his every move. Hemming's grip tightened on his flashlight, his pulse quickening. Of being followed by unseen eyes. The library, once a place of quiet solitude, had become a realm of shadows and whispers. Hemmings knew that something had changed that night, something that defied explanation. The library was known for its eerie silence, a stark contrast to the bustling town outside. But sometimes, that silence was broken by the distinct sound of footsteps, heavy and slow, echoing through the empty halls. They seemed to originate from the library's abandoned wing, a section closed off to the public. No living soul dared to venture there, yet the footsteps persisted. Visitors to the library often spoke of strange occurrences. Soft whispers, barely audible, seemed to emanate from the bookshelves. They spoke of hushed conversations, unintelligible murmurs, as if the spirits of past readers were still engrossed in their favorite tales. Some even claimed to hear their names being called, a faint, ghostly summons from the beyond. Section 5: Cold Spots and Electrical Anomalies, the Unexplained Phenomena. The paranormal activity wasn't limited to sounds. Cold spots plagued certain areas. Temperatures would plummet drastically, sending shivers down your spine. Electrical anomalies were also common. Lights flickered, computers malfunctioned, almost as if an unseen entity was toying with the very fabric of the building. It was as if the library itself was alive, breathing, watching, reacting. Section 6: Witness Accounts, Tales from Patrons and Staff. Sarah, a young student, described a feeling of dread washing over her. As she browsed the history section, she felt a presence behind her. Turning quickly, she saw nothing, but the feeling lingered, cold and menacing. Mr. Thompson, the librarian, spoke of books rearranging themselves overnight, and of the antique globe that spun wildly despite being untouched. Section 7: The Librarian's Logbook. Unraveling the mystery of the vanished librarian. The library held a secret. Tucked away in the basement, a dusty logbook from the early 1900s. It belonged to Eleanor Vance, the former librarian. Her entries were detailed, chronicling strange occurrences, footsteps, whispers, and a feeling of being watched. Then, the entries stopped abruptly. Eleanor Vance had vanished without a trace. Her disappearance remained unsolved, a chilling echo of the library's mysteries. Section 8: The Revelation, a Connection to the Past, Uncovered. Local historians uncovered a tragic tale. Eleanor Vance, they discovered, had been deeply in love with a young scholar, who tragically died in the library, crushed by a falling bookcase. Could it be him, trapped within the library's walls, searching for his lost love? The ghostly footsteps, the whispers, the cold spots, were these the remnants of his despair? His eternal search for Eleanor? Section 9: Conclusion: The library's lingering presence. The Blackwood Library stands to this day. Its walls have witnessed countless stories, both mundane and extraordinary, a repository of knowledge and a silent witness to the past. The paranormal activity continues. Visitors often report feeling an eerie presence, as if the very air is charged with the whispers of the past. A chilling reminder that some stories never truly end. The shadows seem to move on their own, and the temperature drops inexplicably in certain corners. They linger in the shadows, whispering their secrets to those who dare to listen. Is it haunted? Many believe so, citing strange noises, books falling off shelves, and even ghostly apparitions. The evidence speaks for itself. Paranormal investigators have captured unexplained phenomena, from disembodied voices to objects moving on their own. But one thing is certain: the Blackwood Library is more than just a building. It's a living entity, a vessel of memories, of lost loves, and of spirits unable to find peace. Each artifact, each book, holds a piece of someone's soul. It's a vessel of memories, of lost loves, and of spirits unable to find peace. As dawn breaks over the old building, one can't help but wonder about the countless untold stories that reside within its walls. The Blackwood Library remains a place where the past and present coexist, a timeless sanctuary for those who seek knowledge and those who seek solace.